What's good, y'all, man? Welcome back to another video. And this video on to I haven't so before we get into the video, first thing first, let's get this out of the way. I've created a free community, a free school community. And you can come join my community to get my daily watch list, to get my market insights when the market is open, to get potential setups when the market is open, and be able to catch the same trades that I take potentially. I will be giving you my watch list every night. I will be giving you some setups that I'm watching throughout the day. And all you got to do is join the school community down below for completely free. All right. So if you're interested in that, I will put that link down in the description. The first link, it will say something like my school community, and you can join my school community to get trading insights, trading knowledge, be able to ask me questions directly, and my watch list every single night, and for free. All right. So make sure you go join my school right now, because we building that school community in order to just mold traders that are failing to get consistent payouts, failing to, just not even a payout, just being able to grow. Because some people trade their own capital, right? But you might not be or have success at it. And I've been doing this a long time. So I created a school community to help those that want to be a part of that journey. Okay. So first link in the description below. Let's get to it. Welcome back to another video, y'all. On tonight's video, I really just want to give y'all some game. All right. I just want to give y'all some game right quick. All right. So I want to just give y'all some real game here, man. And because when it comes to like trading, man, in general, I want to just I like giving out the game because I wish I had someone personally that would give me a lot of the trading game. Most of what I know now, especially when it comes to like chart work and just being able to, trade the way I trade confidently in front of whoever. I built that out of trial and error. Now, if you're new to my channel, I give a lot of trading game on this channel. I give a lot of entrepreneurship game on this channel. And I also have a main channel with about 80,000 subscribers. So make sure you guys come check me out on my main channel where I do a lot of vlogging. But this channel is mainly me giving out, the things that I've learned over the years and what has helped me become a full-time trader over the years. And I've been doing this going on 10 years this year, 11 years next year. Um, and it took me a long time. It took me 2 years to actually start being consistently profitable. 2 fucking years, a long time. That means I was losing money for 2 years, consistently, right? All right, so like I was saying, yeah, am I still recording? Yeah. All right, cool. So like I was saying, um, I learned a lot over the last 10 years when it comes to trading, but I'm gonna get right to the point. I'm not gonna waste time. And I'm gonna probably break this video up into like three pieces. But the first thing I want you guys to know is that the first thing I want you guys to know is when it comes to trading, right? When it well, not really just when it comes to trading, but there was one specific thing that I did that took me from winning, losing, 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 winning, losing, 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 winning, losing, 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 right? So I was losing a lot more than I was winning. And there's one thing that I preach to this day that I personally did that helped change trading for me. And that was, I'm gonna break it down. So think about it this way. As a trader, you want to make a lot of money, right? Now, let's go even deeper. As a beginner trader, most beginner traders have a $1,000 account, meaning a 1K account, right? With that 1K account, for the most part, with a 1K account, right, so for the most part, when it comes to having a 1K account, as most beginners have a 1K account, that's just what it is, right? So most of my accounts were $500 accounts and 1K accounts when I first started. Okay, that was the basis of my accounts when it came to trading. And with those accounts, I blew them like a motherfucker. I blew them like a motherfucker until I eventually started growing them. But I blew so many of those accounts, and it was strictly because of this. I wanted to. I quit my job. If you go through my videos, you'll hear me constantly say I quit my job. And the only thing kept me afloat was drop shipping. I was drop shipping. I was making thousands of dollars from drop shipping, and it kept me afloat from taking all of those losses. Now, a 1K account, for the most part, most people want to make $200-300 a day in that account, which isn't typical. You know what I mean? It's not typical. It's not realistic. Like, you have to risk a lot of that account to make that, or you have to hold your trade a lot longer. And as a day trader, you don't really want to just hold a trade that long as a scalper or day trader, because you can go from profits to non-profits. Now, mind you, I was trading options, so I was dealing with the Greeks, time decay, theta, all that bullshit, right? So I wanted to make $200-300 a day. Um, because I was just greedy as fuck, and I wasn't thinking in terms of risk management. Because once again, for most professionals, aim for about 2% growth per day, right? Typically on a trading day, to about 2%, right? 20 to 200 to $300 with a 1K account. That's 20 to 30% growth in a single day, which is insane. You know what I mean? You have to risk a lot of money to make that, and it's just not typical, you know. And for me, I was like, I didn't give a fuck. I was not satisfied with the $100. I would literally go from being up $100, like, $100 there, that's typically back then, that's what you make in a day from a job. And I would literally walk away, 9:30 to 10:30, I would trade, make my $100 off that 1K account. But I would walk away, 2 3 hours later, I would come back out of being bored. I would literally come all the way back to my desk to take more trades and end up blowing the account from after being up $100, $200. That's how greedy I was. And it was insane to the point where it put me under a lot of stress. And that's one thing you don't want to have while trading, is stress, You want to be stress free when trading, because stress puts you in positions to make bad decisions. And once you make bad decisions, is uh is almost nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? So, boom, I went from uh I went from, I could make money, right? I didn't have a problem making the money, but I just couldn't keep it because I was greedy. I would make the money, try to tell myself to walk away, but somehow, some way, I found myself back at this desk, taking more trades, losing the money. And then here's the thing: I would be up $100 a day. I'm happy. I'm good. I would come back to the desk. I'll say, let me try to make $20 more, $50 more, but I'll end up losing a little bit. And now I'm like, okay, let me take another trade to try to make that little 20 or whatever, that little $50 back. I will lose more. Now I'm starting to get emotional because now I just went from a decently green day to a break even day. So now I'm emotional up here, but I just don't realize it. So like, all right, I'm gonna take this one trade, and now I'm going a little bit even more heavier to try to hurry up and catch that one good trade that will put me back up what I was just up in a matter of seconds. And guess what? I would lose it. And now I'm extremely emotional, and that turns into a downward spiral, and you just can't stop, and boom, account blown in a matter of minutes. In the matter of minutes, bro. Like, it's crazy that it's crazy to even think about, but it's true. It's dead ass true. And I went through that shit. So to get to the point, right? Because let's get to the point. To get to the point, what helped me was, after I kept taking all those losses like that, what helped me was I started to try to make $25 to $50 a day because I was losing so much. I had to literally bring myself down and say, all right, I don't have a problem making the money. I just have a problem keeping it. So let me do this. Rather than me losing every month, every week, let me see if I can make $25 to $50 a day from trading, which is easy. In my opinion, was easy because I could make that fairly easily, fairly quickly. And $50 a day with a 1K account, is 5% a day, right? Um, which totals, if there's 20 trading days in a month, if you can average $50 throughout those trading days, at the end of the month you will have $1,000 in profit. And for me, I could use that extra 1K. So I had to tell myself, like, bro, you can use that 1K. Like, you can pay some bills with that. You know what I mean? And so I started to do that. Most people isn't going to be satisfied with $25 to $50 a day. That's where the over trading and over leveraging comes in, because once you make the money, if you're not satisfied with it, that's what's going to make you continue to over trade and over leverage, right? So I started to realize that I was hurting myself, and I said, you know what, I'm losing, I have nothing to lose, let me just try to make $25 to $50 a day. I started to do that. I was averaging $25 to $50 a day, and I would stop trading. Once I hit that, I'm done with the account, walk away. Next day, same thing, rinse and repeat. Next day, rinse and repeat. Now, the one thing I learned from that was, while I'm doing that, I'm not risking a lot of money. If I'm only trying to make $25 to $50 a day, my trades, my losses are only like $15 to $20 losses, right? Because I'm only literally trying to make $25 to $50 a day. So, boom, I started to get very consistent in making 25 to 50 a day. And that right there boosted my confidence so much. It boosted my confidence to the point where it felt amazing, because I went from losing every week, having a green week, but at the end of the week or on Friday, I lose it all. I went from doing that to consistently hitting that 25 to 50. And some days you're gonna make a little bit more than 50, but you already have the mindset of, if I make this 50, I'm done for the day. Close out my trade, walk away. And what that did was that started to bring income in. You know what I mean? It started to bring income that I could actually use. So with that being said, I did that. Income started coming in, boosted my confidence. But the key factor was, I wasn't stressed, I wasn't emotional. And that's what trading less size does. That's the key point that I want to mention. It's called trading less size. So if you're watching this and you trade futures prop firms, here's what I want you to do. Try this out. If you constantly fail when it comes to prop firms, you're not growing your own accounts, you're not passing or taking payouts. This is what I want you to do. Aim for $100, aim for $150 a day in those props. Okay, once you get funded, because with Top Step you have to make around 150 a day to in order in 5 days to get a payout, right? So this is what I want you to do. Even if you have Tradeify, even if you have Apex, I want you to aim for $150 per day, right? You see people making 500,000, 2,000, 3,000. But if you're failing, you have to stop what you're doing. You have to try something else. Aim for those $150, the $150 a day, right, with your 50K account. And what you're gonna realize is that you're less stressed about the trades that you're taking. You're not worried about the drawdown, because you're not worried about blowing the account, because you're not trading heavy size to make what you're making. You know what I mean? And you're gonna realize that, damn, this feels good. Trading it will feel good. You're gonna feel better while you're trading. And when you feel good, you take better trades. You're not rushing your trades. You're not panicking when you're in a trade. Because if you take a trade and your heart start fucking beating out your chest, you over leverage, brother. You're oversized. Your adrenaline rushing, like, chill. You're too oversized. You know what I mean? So that's what I want y'all to do, bro. Like, aim for smaller returns per day. Let it grow. Do that. Just practice that over a month. Get funded. Go with a straight to funding account. Aim for $150 a day. Aim for that. You know, aim for that. At the end of the month, you're gonna be like, damn, I can take a payout with ease. You know what I mean? And once you build that confidence, is now a matter of scale. All you have to do is add 2 or 3 more accounts, and now you're making $400-500 a day with fucking ease. Okay, so that's all I want y'all to. I just want y'all to try it. That's what worked for me, and I was trading my own capital. There was nothing. I knew nothing about a prop firm back then when I was trading. There was Prop firms weren't fucking a popular thing. I was doing this with my own money, making $50 a day, 25, $50 a day, because that was, you know, easier to do. So I want you guys to try that. Try that and let me know how it goes. And I promise you, you're gonna look at trading, a lot different. So with that being said, um, if you like this video, hit the like button because I always drop gems like this. Make sure you subscribe if you're new and leave a comment um leave a comment down below and let me know what type of videos y'all would like me for me to go over. And yeah, I'm always dropping value on this channel, so give me a like, leave a comment and subscribe if you're new. So hope you enjoyed the video, but this was just me telling you guys exactly what built my confidence and started me off to consistency, because less size was like the bread and butter for me. And for my Discord community, I preached that to them. So some of them that took the one-on-one, that's when they start to see success, because when you trade heavy size, you put like a burden on you to where that trade has to win. And if it doesn't, it makes you emotional. So trade less size, trade out, do that. If you're trading futures or prop firms, aim for the $150 a day. Just aim for that. Okay. Yeah, you can make more, but just do it. Do it for a month. What do you got to lose, bro? If you can do that over a month, you can take a payout. Okay. If you're trading your own money, if you got a 1K account of your own money, aim for $25 to $50 a day, brother. Think about it. At the end of the month, you can literally, that'll be a band. You doubled your account. And that's, you can't beat that. Doubling your account in a month is like crazy. Because imagine if you had a $10,000 account and you double that in a month, now you're sitting at 10K month. So you have to think in terms of numbers, bro. And once I start to think in terms of numbers, this shit played out beautifully. So it's your boy DLE. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.